Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter who lived in a small village near a dense forest. Every day, he would go to the forest to chop wood and sell it in the market to earn a living. Despite his hard work, he could barely make enough money to support his family. One day, while cutting a tree near a river, his axe slipped from his hands and fell into the water. The woodcutter was very sad because he had no money to buy a new axe. He sat down on the riverbank and began to cry. Hearing his cries, the river goddess appeared. She asked him why he was so sad. The woodcutter explained his situation and how he had lost his only axe. The goddess felt sorry for him and decided to help. She dived into the river and came up with a golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter looked at the golden axe and said, "No, that is not my axe." The goddess dived again and brought up a silver axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter looked at the silver axe and said, "No, that is not my axe." The goddess dived into the river a third time and came up with an old iron axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter smiled and said, "Yes, that is my axe." The goddess was very pleased with his honesty and gave him all 3 axes as a reward. The woodcutter went home happily and told his family about the miracle. From that day on, he was known in the village as an honest and hard-working man. His honesty brought him respect and admiration from everyone. The story of the honest woodcutter spread throughout the village, and soon a dishonest woodcutter heard about it. He decided to try his luck with the river goddess and get the golden and silver axes for himself. The dishonest woodcutter went to the same spot near the river and purposely dropped his axe into the water. He sat down on the riverbank and pretended to cry loudly. Just like before, the river goddess appeared and asked why he was crying. The dishonest woodcutter lied and said that he had accidentally dropped his axe into the river. The goddess dived into the river and came up with a golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The dishonest woodcutter's eyes gleamed with greed, and he quickly said, "Yes, that is my axe." The goddess knew he was lying and decided to teach him a lesson. The goddess disappeared into the river, taking the golden axe with her. The dishonest woodcutter waited and waited, but she never returned. In the end, he lost his only axe and learned that dishonesty never pays. The honest woodcutter continued to live a life of respect and contentment, while the dishonest woodcutter lived in regret and shame. Dictations. Sad, feeling or showing sorrow, unhappy. Axe, a tool with a heavy-bladed head mounted across a handle, used for felling trees or chopping wood. Cries, loud shouts or calls expressing pain, grief, or distress. Goddess, a female deity, a woman who is greatly admired, especially for her beauty. Explained, made something clear by describing it in more detail. Lost, no longer possessing, retaining, or finding. Smiled, formed one's features into a pleased, kind, or amused expression. Dishonest, behaving or prone to behave dishonestly. Waited, stayed in one place or remained inactive in expectation of something. Chop, to cut something into pieces with repeated sharp blows. Riverbank, the ground at the edge of a river. Appeared, to become visible or present, especially suddenly or unexpectedly. Hardworking, diligently doing something with effort and care. Pretended, to behave as if something is true when it is not. Greed, intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food. Lying, to make an untrue statement with intent to deceive. Regret, feeling sad, repentant, or disappointed over something that has happened or been done. Contentment, a state of happiness and satisfaction. Honesty, the quality of being truthful and sincere.